Imagine this scenario. A robust young man of 17 represents himself as 20 years old. He agrees to sell a house to another party for 80 lakhs and takes an advance of 30 lakhs. The remaining amount is due upon registration of the sale deed within 90 days. However, the young man refuses to finalize the sale despite the buyer's readiness and willingness to pay. The buyer files a suit for specific performance of the agreement, or alternatively, a refund of the advance payment. What happens next? Can the buyer succeed? First, we need to look at the legal issues at play. The first issue is whether the buyer can obtain specific performance of the agreement from the young man who misrepresented his age. The second issue is whether the buyer is entitled to a refund of the advance payment plus interest. According to Section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, all parties must be competent to contract. Section 11 of the same Act defines competency as being of the age of majority, of sound mind, and not disqualified by law. In the landmark case of Muri Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh, it was decided that agreements with minors are void in India. This means that any contract entered into with a minor is null and void from the start. Section 64 and 65 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 deal with restitution, but they do not apply to minors. However, in the case of Kangul versus Lakha Singh, Justice Shadilal allowed restitution against a minor to prevent unjust enrichment. This decision was later incorporated into Section 33(2)(b) of the Specific Relief Act 1963. In our scenario, the 17-year-old misrepresented his age as 20 and entered into a contract to sell a house. He received an advance payment, but later refused to execute the sale deed. The buyer filed a suit for specific performance. Despite the young man's misrepresentation, the agreement is void from the beginning according to the principles established in Mohri Bibi's case. Therefore, specific performance cannot be enforced. Section 33(2)(b) of the Specific Relief Act 1963 mandates the restoration of the benefits received under a void agreement by a minor, which would apply to the refund of the advance payment. However, this provision only addresses restoration, not compensation. Therefore, while the young man is obligated to return the advance payment of 30 lakhs, he is not required to pay any interest. In conclusion, the suit for specific performance must be dismissed due to the agreement's void nature. The young man is required to refund the advance payment, but no interest applies. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of understanding the legal implications of entering into a contract and the competency of all parties involved.